What is going on, everyone? Mega here with a new Renpy tutorial video, and it has been a long time since I did a new video. The reason was because I was building a new computer, and I wanted to make sure everything was like all up and running and ready to go. But I have a much more powerful setup now, and it's gonna allow me to make much more powerful tutorials now. Uh, so before we go on, let me just quickly switch over to my other camera. Okay, that's better. Okay, and so in this video, what we're going to be covering is that we're going to be covering. We're going to just doing some like basic ren'py stuff. We're going to make an actual game in ren'py, and then we're actually gonna edit the options in Atom. So. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go over to our create new project, and it's gonna be I speak in English, so it's gonna be in English, and I'm just gonna name this YouTube for simplicity, and I'm just gonna leave it as the default, which is 1280 by 720. And I'm just going to leave the default settings. And it's working. Alright. And so if we launch this, we have a very basic game. Okay, and we're gonna fix a lot of this in like a later video, but for now this is gonna be our game. Well, as I said, in this video we're gonna be going in like and working in the options.renpy. So let's open that up in Atom. All right, let me bring it over because it opened on my second screen over there. Okay, and so. So let's like just briefly like go over a couple of stuff. So for first off, if we look right here, you'll see define config.name. This is like the actual like what's the game is going to be called on the taskbar, like at the top of the window of the game. And I'm gonna leave this as is because this is just in fact I'm gonna change this to YouTube tutorial. Control save it, and I'll just launch it so I can show you what I mean. And there it is, YouTube tutorial, and it also shows it right here. But we're gonna fix that in a future video. Okay. All right, and this we're actually gonna change to false. Because what this is gonna do is that it's gonna take off it's showing the name on the main menu, and we don't want that. Oops, no, that's not what I want. There we go. And so if we run it, you see that it's gone, and it's only right here, which is exactly what we want. Okay. And so I'm gonna leave that as is. Leave that as is. This you don't need to change. These you're gonna want to keep because it's gonna allow you to add music. It's gonna allow you to add sound. It's gonna allow you to add voice acting. So you're not gonna want to touch this. So just leave this as is. All right, and now down to transitions. These I leave as is because they're useful transition. It's a useful transition to use. We'll cover what transitions are in a later video, but just leave this as is. Dissolve, that's fine. None, yeah, that's all fine. Okay, window management, yeah, that's all fine. Don't touch that. We don't need to touch that. Okay, now this is where things begin to change. this is where you set it so that in your text boxes, your text that's in your text boxes types out in in the text box, which is what you generally want. I like to set mine to 30, but you can change it to whatever you want. And okay, that's good. Save directory. I wouldn't change this, so you know exactly where everything it gets saved. Icon is for like in the next to where I showed you. It now says YouTube tutorial. You can add a icon next to it, next to that. This and this is where you would change this. If you had a icon image that you made, you would put this in your GUI folder and then just replace the icon that you made with the window underscore icon.ping. Very simple. All right, build configuration. We don't need to touch that. And this is just to make it so that if you're gonna have your game available on Google Play or this is where you would touch this. But for now, you're not gonna touch this really. You only really need to touch it if you need to touch it. Okay, and that's pretty much all you're gonna want to do in this one. And so if we run it, you can see the changes that we made. So this is the window icon that I was talking about. You can see that there's a YouTube tutorial. The YouTube tutorial that was right here is gone. And so if we click start, you can see it's typing now. Okay. And let's just quickly look at preferences. We're gonna be doing a whole GUI thing. Yeah, we're gonna be working a lot with all of this. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. In the next video, we'll dive into screens, because as I said, there's a lot we can do in screens, and yeah, we're gonna be working some more with this. So yeah, this has been Mega, and I will see you again next time.